everyone, and welcome back to Checkpoint. Yeah, it's your host again, Pastor Dr. Ifama Eze, and I'm here again with another episode of Checkpoint. I'd like to start by saying and thank you again for all that you do for us here at Checkpoint because of your likes, your shares, your comments, and even subscribing to my YouTube channel. Our message is reaching a wider audience, and for this I am so grateful. Now today is another episode of Checkpoint, and I'm really excited to be in your face. Okay, so you know how we roll. Let's do this once again. Let's go ahead. Let's begin to like this video. All right, begin to share this video, begin to comment on this video, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please go ahead and let everyone around you know that Checkpoint is on once again. All right, I'm really excited for the topic I'm about to share with you today, and I know it's going to be a huge blessing to you. So, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and begin to share the link. All right, share the link, share the link, share the link, and share the link. Send to everyone that you know, to your friends, your relations, your associates, and your neighbors. And most importantly, I'd like you to do what? Click on the notification bell so that you get new videos from us whenever we post a new video. I'm really excited to be in your front, and I know we're going to be having a swell time today. So I'll be right back after the break. Don't go anywhere. All right, and welcome back to Checkpoint. Now, today on Checkpoint, we have a very sizzling topic, something that will be a beautiful blessing to you. And today on Checkpoint, my topic is simple. Is simple. The topic for today is how to get your life back on track. How to get your life back on track. So that's the topic I'll be sharing with you today. It's possible that many of you had resolutions, had dreams, had visions, had plans and goals, and then you started off, but somehow you saw yourself derailed by the side. Maybe it could have been as a result of distraction. It could have been as a result of pressure from one place or the other. It could just be as a result of issues of life, it's life we're talking about. And most times everybody has one issue or the other. But whatever the case may be, I know there is a pathway you have projected for yourself. I know there is a destination you have in mind. And what I'm just here to do today is to help point you back to that destination, that dream that you have always had. So today, I'm not talking to those who are clueless about what to do with their lives. I'm talking to those who know what they want to do with their lives, but somehow they are no longer on that path. Maybe you used to have dreams of when you become a chartered accountant. You used to have the dreams of when you become a full-fledged barrister. You used to have dreams of when you would reach your destination or the place that you have always imagined you will do when you become certified in that thing that you're doing, or when you would have graduated from school, and then somehow you don't see yourself in that space yet, and you know that you really want to get back on track, but somehow you feel disconnected from your dream and from your plans or from your vision. This video is for you. This episode is for you, all right? Because I know in my heart that somehow this today's episode is going to position you back on that pathway to becoming who you want to be. And so this is why I have come today to share with you how to get your life back on track. So are you ready? Yes, that's all I want to hear. Yes. And if you are out there, you are following me on YouTube, please go ahead, drop in the comment section. Let me know what you are thinking. All right, drop in the comment section right now. Let me know. Yes. I hear you. I understand what you are saying, and I'm ready to get my life back on track because together we are going to do this. And I'm going to show you in very simple steps the things that you need to do in order to get your life back on track. Are you ready? All right, let's do this together. Okay, so number one thing you need to do in order to get your life back on track is that you have to take responsibility. Now we live in an era or in a world where people don't like to take responsibility, we find ways of blaming the other person, blaming the next person, blaming our parents, blaming our siblings, blaming our caregivers, even blaming people who did stuff to us, that they are the reasons why we are not being able to achieve the things that we really want to achieve in life. But that shouldn't be the case. All right. So the first thing you have to do for yourself is to take responsibility. Take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility for your decisions. Take responsibility for the areas in which you have had a misstep, all right? In the areas from which you have disaligned yourself. All right, take responsibility. It is possible that you used to be on track, but somehow, you are no longer on track. Take responsibility. Own it. All right, own your mistake, own what you have done, and tell yourself, this is not where I want to be. This is not where I desire to be. I should have moved on from this point, but I'm still here on that responsibility, because the truth of the matter is that you cannot move on from that point if you do not take responsibility for what has happened. All right. So take responsibility for your life, take responsibility for the decisions you have made, take responsibility for your actions, and take responsibility for your inactions as well, because you are where you are because of the things you have done or because of the things you have refused to do. So take responsibility for all of that and take charge of your life. All right. You have the power to change your life. You have the power to improve on your life. You have the power to better your life. And all of these things are in your hands and you can do it. All right. So go ahead and improve your life. Take that responsibility. And that is the first step in you being able to get your life back on track. Are you ready? All right. So let's talk about number two. Number two, points that will help you to get your life back on track is what I call continuous learning. All right, so continue learning. Do you want to get your life back on track? Continue learning. Learning never stops. All right, it is commonly said that the 21st century illiterate is the one who refuses to learn, unlearn, and relearn. All right, as a person who wants to get his or her life back on track, you have to intentionally keep learning, continue learning, learn from everywhere, learn from everyone. Don't be too high minded that you cannot learn from people. All right, be that kind of person that can learn from just about anybody. Okay, I am somebody who is always willing to learn. I can learn from a child, I can learn from just about anybody, because it doesn't matter who I meet, it doesn't matter where I go to. What matters is that at the end of the day, what do I know? Okay. And when I begin to display what I know, it's not written on my forehead. There's no way you get to know who taught me what I know. So in the long run, who taught you does not matter. What you know is eventually what matters. So continue learning. If you need to read books consistently and continuously. If you can't read physical books for the sake of time or stress or the nature of your job, go for audio books. Listen to audio books. These things will change your life. They will better your life far more than movies would, far more than relaxing and just eating junk would. They will better your life. Read books, take courses, if you will. Go to school, learn a skill. There are so many new skills to learn in this our present world. Go ahead and learn them. And these things will help you to achieve your goals. Make a decision to be a lifelong learner. I call myself and I regard myself as a lifelong learner because I learn continuously. I don't allow the things I know or do not know to limit me or keep me down. I am a lifelong learner. So you can equally decide to be a lifelong learner, which means that there is no end to learning. No matter how old you get, you will keep learning. All right. Be a lifelong learner. Keep learning and make sure that you grow every day, because great leaders grow daily. Let's say that together. Great leaders grow daily. And how do they grow? The Bible says that a wise man heareth and increaseth strength. So, which means if you learn, you are able to increase your capacity, you are able to increase your strength. And this is very, very essential for you to step into your next level. Let me tell you this, there is a version of you that cannot go to your next level until you upgrade. So your future you is waiting for that version of you so that it can merge and you become the cynosure of all eyes. So your generation is waiting for you. The endless creation, the Bible says, is waiting for the manifestation of the sons and the daughters of God. God and his angels and believers and the world at large are waiting for you to manifest. But how will you manifest emptily? It is an error, it is fraudulent to manifest in an empty fashion and expect any form of reward. So it's important that you continue learning, learn from everything, learn from everywhere. All right, let's talk about number three. Number three point on how you can get your life back on track. You need to set clear goals. All right. It's possible that one of the reasons why you were not able to get your life back on track was because you were not able to set clear goals. When you set clear goals, when you are clear on your goals, when there is that level of clarity for you, you know exactly what you want. You know how you want it. You know with whom you will want to execute it. You know who what you are doing is for. By the time you begin to answer these questions, your goals become clear. You check if it is possible to even do this. All right. Is it actualizable? Is it reasonable? Is there a time set for it? Is it tied to time? Is it time bound? Is it specific? Is it measurable? These are things that you have to check out. All right. Are these goals of mine? Are they even realistic in the first place? These are key questions you need to ask yourself while you set your goals. Decide for yourself what is important now and what is not important at the moment. No other person will do this for you. This is something that you have to practically do for yourself. Ask yourself, what must I do now? What must I do later? And what must I never do? All right. This is something that will really help you to set clear goals. So decide what you want to do in life, what you want to achieve in life, and then set clear goals for yourself. When you do this, it will keep your eye, it will give you lesser focus, all right? It will keep you very focused, it will keep you motivated because your eye is on the ball, all right? Let's put our eyes on that ball. I don't know what your own ball is. I don't know what your key motivation is. I don't know what it is you are looking forward to, but keep your eyes on that ball. It's achievable, all right? It can be done. Who said it cannot be done? If somebody anywhere in the world has done it before, you are the next best person that should be able to do it. So keep your eyes on the ball. You can actually get it done, but set clear goals. Some of the reasons why some of us are not able to achieve our goals is because that goal was not clear in the first place. So your goal must be clear and it must be smart, which means it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be attainable, it has to be realistic, all right? And then it has to be time bound. So make sure that your goals are not just smart, but also clear. When you set this kind of very clear and smart goals, you'll be surprised at how much you'll be able to achieve in life. And listen to me, when people say that it cannot be done, show them that it can be done. All right. Don't always listen to who said it cannot be done, who is no, don't stop doing that. If you keep seeking for validation from people, they'll pull you down. If you keep seeking for validation from people, eventually you will not get anything done because when you're waiting for somebody to clap for you, sometimes the people you're expecting to clap for you are envious of the things that you are achieving. They don't even believe that a man like you, a woman like you, with all that has happened to you, is able to achieve the things that you have achieved. So you have to wake up from your slumber, encourage yourself, and keep pushing. And don't allow anybody or anything to pull you down because the top is meant for you so that you can eventually become the topic your generation wants to talk about. All right. So let's talk about number four. All right. So let's talk about number four. Number four, way through which you can put your life back on track, you can get your life back on track, is that you have to take action. Now, I've talked about taking responsibility. I've talked about continuous learning. I've talked about setting your clear goals. The next thing I want to talk about is you being able to take action. If we begin to do all of this mental assertion and then we don't delve into the point of taking action, nothing will ever be done. Take action. Take action. I've told you once in one of my previous episodes about a particular young man who just wants everything to be perfect before he steps out. Take action. Things will never be perfect. Let me tell you this. There are some of my videos I have done, I don't even like them. So while they may have quality content, while I may have said very important things that can actually change the life of a person, I may not have liked the way it looks. I may not have liked the editing and stuff like that. But listen to me. I still put that video out because I believe that whenever I prop myself up to be able to take that action, somebody somewhere is desperately in need to hear what I have to say in order to make the right decisions and choices in life and become a better version of themselves. So this is what propels me. This is what pushes me, and I keep taking action on a steady basis. In fact, in my personal life, I live with a sense of urgency. I live with a sense of urgency, knowing that one video delayed can be the source of somebody else's downfall. All right. One video, one thing I don't do, one book I don't write. Somebody somewhere needs the content in my book, in my video, in my music, in my messages to become a better version of themselves. And why on earth will I deny somebody an opportunity to be better? At Checkpoint here, we believe in edifying, equipping, and empowering you with content that is able to make you a better version of yourself. And one thing I do on a consistent basis is to take action, especially when I'm tired, even when I am discouraged. So no matter how discouraged I am, no matter how tired I am, I show up. So let me tell you this. So instead of sitting back there and giving excuses and saying how it's not done or how it cannot be done, wake up and take action. I like you, if you listen to this point, please go ahead, drop in the comment section, say take action. Take action. This is a direct word from me to somebody who is listening to me today, somebody who is watching me today. Take action. The action you are about to take can launch you into the realm of possibilities, into the realm of blessings. So wake up and take action. Stop slacking, stop delaying, wake up and take action. I know stuff has happened to you, but listen to me. Life is just about 10% of what has happened to you and 90% of how you handle it or how you react towards it. So wake up and take action. You must take action towards achieving the desires of your heart. You must take action towards getting your life back on track. No matter how discouraged you are, take little steps. Start from where you are. You may not have done much, but do something. And it's important that you do something. Don't keep making excuses. Excuses are the tools with which a lazy man uses to build his monument of nothing. So go ahead and take action. Don't be like the lazy man who uses excuses to build a monument of nothing. Go ahead and take action. If you need to take action in direction of your health, go ahead and take it. If you need to take action in the direction of your academies, go ahead and take it. If you need to take action in the direction of your mental health, go ahead and take it. Whatever it is that you know that will make you a better version of yourself, go ahead. I am rooting for you, and I know that as you take that action, no matter how small your steps are, you will eventually get to your right destination. All right, so please go up, wake up, stand up, and take action. All right. Okay, so let's talk about number 5. All right, so number five way through which you can get your life back on track is that you have to exercise self discipline. All right, exercise self discipline. Many of us do a lot of talking. We can talk. All right, talk is cheap. Many of us do a lot of brain um, assertions, mental assertions, we tell ourselves, oh, we're going to do it, but very few of us actually lack the self discipline required in order to get our lives back on track. For every time you see a man successful, a woman successful, you would always notice that behind the scenes, there was a lot of self-discipline that was exercised. Look at the athletes, for example. Before they come out for a particular competition that might just last maybe an hour or 30 minutes or even 15 minutes, or sometimes even less than that, 5 minutes. Before they come out for that, they must have had days upon weeks upon months of practice, all right? And they keep exercising self discipline for that very moment. If there is something you really, really want to achieve in life, you really want to get your life back on track, you really have to exercise self discipline, because in exercising self discipline, in fact, one of the uh, former American presidents said, discipline is the soul of an army. I think it was Abraham Lincoln who said that discipline is the soul of an army. And when you remove discipline, and no other army exists. An army cannot exist without discipline. In fact, when you remove discipline from an army, they become a band of touts. All right. So it is discipline that makes them an army, actually. So you have to develop good habits, you have to develop good routines, you have to develop good procedures that help you to achieve your goals, that help you to get your life back on track. Because let me tell you this, don't forget this ever in your life. Every greatness you see has a system and a structure that creates it. Let me say this again. Every greatness you see, every manifestation you see, every groundbreaking record that you see has what? A system and a structure that is manufacturing, that is creating it, that is sustaining it. So whenever you see somebody on the winning path on a regular basis, know that there is something this person has. There is a system, there is a structure that is present in this person's life that is ensuring that greatness is sustained, that is ensuring that winning is sustained, that is ensuring that being on track, all right, is sustained. So this is something you have to do for yourself on a very, very honest note. So make sure that self-discipline becomes that system. Self-discipline becomes that structure with which you are able to organize your manifestation. All right. So this is very, very key and so, so important if you must ascend your next height in life, if you must be able to get yourself or your life back on track. Because you look at your life and it's no longer where you want it to be. Something has to be done, all right? Something needs to be done. And that thing that needs to be done is for you to take action and then exercise self-discipline. All right, let's talk about number six. Number six way through which you can get your life back on track is that you have to learn from failure. Learn from failure. Everyone fails at one certain time in their lives. So failure is not alien to people who are very successful. Everyone who has been able to get their lives back on track failed at one point or the other. All you have to tell yourself is this: failure is just an event. I am not the failure. I may have failed at something, but that does not make me a failure. It made that business a failure. It made that work a failure. It made that exam a failure. It made that engagement a failure, but it did not make me a failure. I am not the failure. So, which means I can go back and try again and win, and then I become a winner. So, please remember that you have to learn from your failures, all right? Failure is always a part of the learning process. Failure is always a part of the learning process. Don't begin to get depressed when you fail. Learn to stand up from the point where you have failed and tell yourself, I can do it. I can make it again. Ask great people about the times they have failed in life. They'll tell you that these were just learning opportunities. So failure is usually learning opportunities. Let me tell you what failure is like. Failure is like a stepping stone to your greater heights in life. So whenever you fail, just see it as one stone upon which you can step your feet and see higher and aim higher and get better. So please learn from your failure. Learn from your failure. Don't treat your failure like an outcast, all right? When you have seen your failure, embrace it. Not embracing it so that you can remain a failure. No, 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 no. I mean, embrace it. Take responsibility, all right? Accept it. Don't deny it. Don't live in denial. accept it, and then the next thing you have to do is to learn from it. Ask yourself, what did I do wrong? What did I not do right? What did I miss? What was I supposed to be more observant and careful about? And when you are able to figure these things out, I assure you, you won't be able to fail the same way you have failed before. You'll be at this point, we can say that you have been able to learn from your failure. So learn from your failure and don't be ashamed of it. Own it, all right? Own your failure. When I talk about embracing, I don't mean you should embrace and stay with it. Just own it. Accept it. Accept that this has happened to you. Accept that even though it is not okay, it happened to you. But what then can you learn from it? What else can you do based on what has happened? And this is a consistent question you have to ask yourself in order to make sure and ensure that you eventually get your life back on track. I hope you have been following from the very beginning. Remember, I told you that how to get your life back on track. Number one, you have to take responsibility. I said number two, you have to continue learning. I said number three, you have to set clear goals for yourself. I said number four, you have to take action. Number five, you have to exercise self-discipline. And number six, you have to learn from your failure. All right. Use your failure to improve yourself. Don't lie down because you have failed. In fact, a wise man once said that it is not it is not your fault that life knocked you down, but it is your fault if you remain on the ground. So it is not your fault that things happen to you, but it's your fault if you remain there. You have issues, don't bury yourself. All right. You have problems, don't bury yourself. You failed at something, don't bury yourself. Rise up like a phoenix and become the shining star that you were meant to be. So try to learn from your failure. Any lesson you learn, use that lesson to improve on yourself. I said this before that a wise person or a stronger person is somebody who is able to pick up the stones with which he or she has been stoned and use it to build a monument. So it's important you can pick up those stones and use them to build something wonderful out of that mess. Something beautiful can come out of your pain. Something beautiful can come out of your challenge. Something beautiful can come out of your sorrow. All you have to do is to do what? Learn from it. All right. So let me tell you number seven. Number seven way through which you can get your life back on track is that you have to practice gratitude. You have to practice gratitude. In fact, I had this conversation with somebody sometime last week. Because one of my mentees who came around and wanted to hear what I had to say on certain this topics. And then I went into a discussion with her, and the discussion went like this. And it's like, whenever it's close to my birthday, I begin to feel agitated. I begin to feel unhappy. I begin to feel like I'm no longer satisfied. I begin to feel like something is wrong with me. I'm not meeting my targets. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not who I want to be yet. And I feel like my life is slow. My life is lagging behind. I'm not meeting up with what I want to do. And she went on and on and on. And I told her, well, this, what is happening to you, also used to happen to me, but then I overcame it. How did I overcome it? I shared with her how I was able to begin to write down the things that I am grateful for. So I started making a list out. That should have been around 2020. Then making a list, and since then I've been making list of things that I am truly, truly grateful for. And I discovered that a miracle happened. When I started counting the things that are working in my life, I became a very happy person. I became an excited person. I stopped complaining. I stopped mourning. I stopped groaning. I stopped being grumpy. I just told myself, well, girl, you rock, you rock. You're living the life. You're doing well. And I'm sure that irrespective of whatever you think I may have achieved in my own life, if you can sit down, and write out the things that you are grateful for, I'm sure you will be so surprised at how far you have gone. If you're a young lady and you're depressed, please remember that there is somebody like you who is still struggling in life. There is somebody like you who does not have a vision yet. There is somebody like you who is even dead. There is somebody like you who is crippled or disabled. So please don't stop there. Don't allow things to keep you down. Get up from your slumber, get up from your place of worry, and shine like the shining light that you are. If you are married and you are complaining, well, your kids won't let you, your husband won't give you some space to become who you want to be, and you're worried. Oh, remember, there are some of your age mates who are not married yet. Remember, there are some of your age mates who are married but they don't have children yet. This is a blessing from God. Your life is blessed. Your life is an epitome of blessing. So no matter what it is, count the things that God has blessed you with. You'll be surprised at how grateful you'll become once you realize that there are things that are really working in your life. There are things that are really going well in your life. You'll become a grateful person. So practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. Live a life of gratitude. All right. Look inwardly, assess yourself, and be grateful for the things that you have working in your life. You know that the devil is so tricky. He would always keep our eyes glued onto the things that have not worked in our lives yet. He will keep our eyes glued onto the things that are not okay in our lives yet. But I assure you that with time, all of these things will work themselves out. Everything is going to be fine eventually, but you have to keep your eyes on the right point. All right. The Bible made us understand that Peter was walking on the water, but the moment he began to look at the billows of the sea, boy, he began to sink. And you will sink when you keep looking at the wrong things in life. You will sink when you keep looking at the things that are not working in your life. But when you keep your eyes on the prize, on the beautiful things that have happened in your life, the things that you are grateful for, the things that you are thankful for, you will be surprised at how fast your life will move forward. And you know, when you thank God, your tank will always be full. So practice gratitude. Gratitude will help you to focus on the positive things in life. It will help you to appreciate the good things happening in your life. So don't get fixated on the things that are not working, because if only you can sit back and think. If you can think well, you can thank well. If you can think well, you can thank God well. So please sit back and think so that you can thank. All right. There are lots and lots of wonderful things happening in your life. It's just that you have shut your eyes to it. You are just focusing your eyes on the things that are working in other people's lives, and you have neglected the one that is working in your life. See, you have come a long way. How do I know that something has happened in your life? Think about it. Your prayer point of 10 years ago is no longer your prayer point now. That's how I know that you have progressed. That's how I know that things are better for you. Your prayer point of 5 years ago are no longer your prayer points now. Things have changed. You have new prayer points. You have advanced. You're now praying different things in prayer. That is how I know that you have been blessed. That is how I know that your life is no longer where it used to be. So arise from your pain, from your depression, and tell yourself, I'm going to make it. I'm going to get my life back on track, and it will be so for you. All right, let's talk about number 8. Number 8, way through which you can get your life back on track is that you have to mind your association. Hmm. Can we overemphasize this topic? No. We'll keep saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it. Mind your association. Your association determines your accomplishments in life. Your association determines your acceleration in life. Who you work with determines what works with you. Who you work with determines what works for you. Mind your association. Everybody should not be your friend. Love is a command, friendship is not. It is God has commanded all of us to love everybody. So love everybody, good and fine. But please do not be in friendship with everybody. Who is your friend? Your friend is the one who wants to see the best in you. Your friend is the one who is able to bring out the best in you. Your friend is the one who is rooting for you. Your friend is the one who will not deliberately lead you into evil or pain or hurt. Your friend is the one who will intentionally pray to God that God blesses you for him or her. That is who your friend is. So please, all this is my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend. It is not a must that everybody must be your friend. Watch your association. Even the Bible says that evil communication corrupts good manners. You may be a wonderful person, but by the time your association becomes corrupt, you are equally corrupt. If you have 5 friends around you and those 5 friends are foolish, don't tell me there are 5 foolish people. Please tell me there are 6 foolish people, because you do not count well. You missed out on counting yourself. If there are 5 wise people around you, don't tell me there are just 5 wise people. Tell me there are 6 wise people, because you missed out on counting yourself. You are the 6th wise person. So your association is a prophecy of your future. Your association is the prophecy of who you will become. Show me your friend, and I'll tell you where you will end. Show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you will eventually become, because your association matters. Your association will determine your acceleration. Who you company with determines what companies with you. So please mind your association. In your quest to get your life back on track, you need to be mindful of the people that you call your friends. You need to intentionally and deliberately surround yourself with people who inspire you. Surround yourself with people who motivate you. I beg you, in the name of God, that you don't surround yourself with people who envy you. There's so much evil in this world right now, you know. People are around you, but they envy you. They don't like your progress. In fact, they are asking, why should you be the one to be progressing? Why should you be the one to be getting better? Why should you be the one to be advancing? Why are you the ones that people are noticing? Why are you the ones that is being rewarded, you know? And then when they ask such questions around you, you really need to be careful of such kind of friends. Find friends who truly inspire you, friends who motivate you, friends who believe in you, all right? Friends who are positive. There are people that can be so negative, always complaining about what is wrong, always looking at what is wrong, always pessimistic. You don't need such people in your life. Avoid the pessimistic friends. Avoid those friends who never see anything good in what's happening to you. So please keep your eyes focused. I'll focus on the friends who will help you to keep your eyes on your goals. Focus on your friends who will help you to become a better version of yourself. In fact, blessed are you when you have friends who tell you the real truth. Blessed are you. That truth may be painful, that truth may be bitter, that truth may be uncomfortable, but blessed are you when you have friends who tell you the truth. Don't run into association of people who don't tell you the real truth, who are sycophants, you know. They just try to blow your trumpet when you're making mistake. Those ones are really, really, really not your friends. So please stick with the right association, stick with those who are genuinely your friends, and you'll be surprised at how far you would go in life. All right. So let's talk about number 9. Number 9 point on how to get yourself back on track in life. All right. So number 9 way to keep your life back on track is that you have to refuse to give up. Let me tell you the truth. There are so many things in life that are trying to make you to give up. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be pressure, it could be society, it could be social media pressure. Boy, the list is endless. It could even be your health. There are so many reasons, so many things that are applying pressure on us, you know, trying to make us to give up. But I want to tell you, refuse to give up. No matter what, don't give up. I feel like I'm really talking to you right now. No matter what, don't give up. See, the pressure is real. The pressure is real. The pressure to give up is real. But don't quit. Don't stop. Don't stop pushing. Don't quit applying pressure in your life and destiny. Every great leader has felt this pressure to quit. Every great champion has felt the pressure to give up, but then they refused to give up. They kept fighting, they kept pushing, they kept pressing in until they became who they wanted to be. Refuse to give up. I feel like I'm pouring my heart to you because I remember many, many times I felt like giving up. But I said to myself, no, not now. A generation is waiting for my manifestation. No, not now. I can't give up because I remember the destinies that are tied to my destiny. I cannot give up. And I said to myself, no, I cannot give up. I want to tell you, listening to me right now, you cannot give up. There are people who will never go to school if you give up right now. There are people who will never be able to pay their house rent if you give up. There are people who will never become their true self, become all they were meant to be here on earth if you give up. If you give up, there are many destinies tied to your loins that when you give up, you drag every one of them down. There are people that are not meant to rise until you rise. There are people that are not meant to shine until you shine. And you cannot take that opportunity away from them. It is an error. It is not okay. It is not, it is wrong for you to take that opportunity from them. There are children who may never feed, widows who may never be able to feed their children if you give up. There are people your life is meant to impact. This is why you cannot give up. This is why you cannot give up. So no matter how hard you try, don't give up. Don't give up on your goals. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your vision. Don't give up no matter how tough things get. Keep pushing. Keep pressing in. Keep deploy perseverance. Perseverance is your ability to refuse to give up no matter how difficult things are. There is something we call the adversity quotient. And the adversity quotient of a person is your ability to go through rough patches in life without breaking apart. We have to develop our adversity quotient. We talk a lot about emotional quotient. We talk a lot about our emotional quotient. We talk a lot about our intellectual quotient, but we leave out on this aspect of adversity quotient. Life can be hard. It was Zig Ziglar that said that tough times don't last, but tough people do. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Eventually, this will pass away. Eventually, this challenge will roll away. Eventually, things will be better off again. So don't give up now. If you give up now, you gave up too early. What of the testimonies that are going to be shared from your life? What of the prophecies that went ahead of you? Why would you want to give up now? I'm speaking to somebody who is even at the verge of taking their own life. You did not create that life. This life that you want to take away is not your own. This life has destinies attached to it. Don't die now. Don't kill yourself now. It's not going to be worth it. What of the countless people that are going to miss you, even though they act like you don't matter right now? What of the destinies that are going to be better because you lived? What of the impact that you are supposed to make? And then what of the story you were supposed to write? The story of how you overcame. This is why I'm never ashamed of my scars, because my scars testify of how I have overcome. My scars are proof that I am a survivor. My scars are proof that I fought and I won. So I am not ashamed of my scars. Don't be ashamed of what you are going through now. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult, but never give up. This is not a time to give up. Stay persistent no matter the pressure. Keep working towards your dream. Keep working towards your vision. Keep working towards what you believe in. Eventually, it will all make sense. One day you wake up and you look back and you can't find those problems again. They are past, they are gone, they are in your past, and you tell yourself, well, I now understand why it had to be this tough, because I was getting to a place so large. Sometimes when your testimony is so big, you have to pass through a pressure so much. So don't give up, no matter what. That pressure is always there. Every conqueror had that pressure to give up before the fight finished. Every champion had that pressure to stop fighting because of the pain before the whistle was blown. But you know what they did? They kept pushing on. They kept pushing through. They kept fighting. They kept doing it until the whistle was blown and they were declared the winners. So you wait till the whistle is blown. Wait till the whistle is blown. Don't give up now. Don't die too quick. Don't die because your life is about to become sweet. Life is about to become glorious. Life is about to become wonderful. Don't die now. Don't give up now, because your glorious future awaits you. And number 10 and the last for today on how you can get your life back on track is that you have to take care of yourself. While I have shared every other thing on how you can take responsibility, on how you can exercise self-discipline, on how you can mind the association and practice and exercise gratitude and practice gratitude, with all of that, please make sure you take care of yourself. Setting goals is wonderful. Setting clear goals is powerful, but not more powerful than taking good care of yourself. I have come to that point in my life when I am now being more conscious about how I take care of myself, because you know what? If I don't take care of myself, who will? Nobody will. I am the person whose first and foremost responsibility is to take care of myself. So you learn to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. All right? Take good care of yourself. Don't allow anybody into your space that is making you uncomfortable. Don't allow anybody into your space that is trying to destroy your life. Don't allow anybody into your space that is making you angry, bitter, unforgiving, very resentful, and very, very aggressive. Please don't allow people into your space in that manner. Don't allow people into your space who cause you physical pain on a regular basis. You are not a slave, all right? You are not a slave. The song says, I am no longer a slave because I am now a child of God. You are a child of God. And you're not a child of any other kind of person. You are the child of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. You are the child of the monarch of the universe. When you remember who your God is, when you remember who owns you, you will take better care of yourself. Take care of your emotional health. All right? Don't allow anybody to gaslight you. Don't allow anybody to use their narcissism tendencies on you. Develop your ability to take care of yourself. When you begin to take care of yourself, you will see that you are beginning to function at your very best. You notice that you are beginning to achieve your goals better simply because you took care of yourself. Take care of yourself. No other person will do this for you. It's a decision you have to make. As we go forward, make sure understand that if in order to get your life back on track, you honestly have to take good care of yourself. All right? Sit back, have some me time, have some quiet time. If you need to take yourself out for lunch, go ahead and do so. If you need to take yourself to the spa, go ahead and do so. If you need to go shopping for yourself to make yourself happy and excited, go ahead and do so. But by all means, take good care of yourself. Let me tell you the truth. The world is wicked. Everybody is somewhere there wishing your downfall. And you cannot afford to fall because they are there wishing you downfall. Even the devil, if you open the chapter of the plans of the devil for you, his plans for you are death. Plans for you are terrible. Plans for you are destruction. But you have to tell yourself, no, I know the plans that God has for me. Plans to give me a glorious future, a beautiful life, and an expected end. And what then do you do? Give yourself a beautiful life. Give yourself a glorious life. Give yourself a wonderful life. Do anything that you can that is godly, that is nice, that is healthy, that will make you really happy. Take delight in making yourself happy. Love the sound of your laughter. I need to say this one again. Love the sound of your laughter. All right. The sound that you make when you laugh. Love it. All right. Enjoy making yourself laugh and take good care of yourself. These are the few ways I tried to share with you today on how to get your life back on track. I believe you were thoroughly blessed, and I'm so sure in my heart that this will really be a guiding light for you to get your life back on track. It doesn't matter what your personal vision is, doesn't matter what your personal goal in life is, whatever it is, just use these points that I've shared with you today to align yourself properly back on track. Take action, take responsibility, exercise self-discipline, practice gratitude, mind your associations, and take good care of yourself. By the time you begin to do all of this, you'll be surprised at how well you're able to get your life back on track. So thank you so much for watching today. And if you joined late, please do me a favor. Go back to the beginning of the video and watch back to the end, because you might have missed something that might be a serious blessing to you. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Go ahead to share the link to your friends, your relations, your associates, and your neighbors. I'm really grateful for all that you do for us here at Checkpoint. And until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so very much. Bye bye for now. everyone. I hope you were blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, we'll be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed, and God will bless you. Love you.